we should give some sort of overview about who the hell we are, or like in some regard, we should be like, well, we've been working on VR shit for a long fucking time now, damn long time, longer than I think most people would have if they were in the situations that we've been in,
Yeah.
honestly. Um, yeah, but we figured out a lot of this spatial interaction stuff really, really early on. Like honestly, like at least like 6 years ago now, pretty much.
Yep.
And we figured out these different interactions: the stretch cursor, the reach cursor, all these different interactions that are on our website, doff.dev. But oh god, cool things. I swear.
Yeah. So a lot of the stuff we cut our teeth on was like, how do we take these pretty simple early computer type stuff, like early video games like Snake or Missile Command, and like really really try to add like another dimension to it, not in just like a surface level way, but like at every level. um, and you end up being forced into these corners where like, wait, how do we make this work? um, and yeah, putting yourself in those uh, creative limits really force us to learn how to um, think through and really successfully solve these problems. But then, yeah, I think we were both kind of disappointed with what Half Life Alex had in terms of interactions, just because of all the stuff we've been playing with and that we saw coming.
Yeah,
And
it's like
yeah,
the puzzles weren't very fun at all,
no,
and then just the puzzles were terrible, like just wah 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 and wah wah wah. Yeah, those were awful. And then the gravity glove is cool to an extent, but I mean, it just gets silly.
yeah,
Just oh, there's a barrel over there. I want to put it over there. It's like, yeah. And then yeah, you're looking for all the ammo everywhere. Just doing this one interaction over and over and over and over again.
yep, yeah,
Oh my gosh. And sure, like they made it feel pretty good, but the part where it feels good, in my opinion, isn't really this part. It's
no,
not this part, it's the catching.
yep,
Which is not really something that just VR can give you. You know, you can go catch a ball anywhere. Um, and so yeah, it would be a lot cooler to actually control things in space and be able to move it around and orient it and really do that all really quickly and intuitively. It should feel like the Force, or it should feel like just super fucking cool. I don't know.
yeah,
It should feel super sick. And there can be kind of ways to do it with one hand or two hands. Being able to combine it with the eye look, even. The eye gaze, because whatever this. Okay, so I guess what we haven't gone over is that we're talking about the Steam frame also in a way. It's probably gonna have eye tracking. It's probably gonna have face tracking.
I'd be very surprised if it didn't.
Yeah, and so they want to use all the different things in their headset inside their new game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so if there's eye tracking on that headset, there's definitely going to be some sort of eye tracking component, probably to the interaction side of Half-Life 3 or whatever the heck.
Yep.
Um, yeah. But basically, you could imagine combat scenarios could be really fun when you are able to manipulate, you know, objects around you in such fine detail.
Mm-hmm.
You can be holding your gun in your hand, right, and you're shooting at a guy, and then you go, wait, why am I doing this crap? And you just kind of shoot the gun out into space. Not shoot the gun out into space. You control the gun as it's in space, and you can put it like literally directly behind where the enemy is hiding from you, and you can just blast them in the face right there without having to be in danger. Question is obviously, how do they do something like that without it feeling like super overpowered? And I'm sure that they'll throw a bunch of shit at you where you can't really just. You'll have to do things skillfully, I imagine.
Yeah.
Relatively quickly, because I imagine as you're doing this thing, someone else might be coming over here to mess with you, and then you have to, deal with that quickly.
Yeah.
Deal with
A
this.
cool way to have the game play out is where the AI maybe really isn't onto your antics early on. So you can kind of maybe get away with some stuff they might not be able to later on in the game.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Because maybe they're kind of wisen up to like, oh shit, he's going to do this or that. Or he did this to us. And then go from there. Because then it would help you, it would allow you to explore the interactions in a way that's not too punishing early on, but then also kind of be pushed out of your comfort zone later in the game, which would probably be good because you'll end up discovering new things you can do.
You want to start with stretch cursor?
Once again, we're trying to target a pretty big space around the player, so about like 3 times their arm span around them, where they need to be able to like pinpoint, like this is where the missile needs to be launched. It played around with couple different things. One of them was just like have something kind of extended sitting out here, and like okay, that does help you reach the farthest things, but it's kind of awkward to like do the stuff that's close to you.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, what if I could just move that point back and forth with something? So I attached it to the joystick, but joysticks, the dead zones are weird, so it ends up kind of like it ends up just being a little more flimsy and weird to work with than it should be. So then I was like, okay, what motion could I map that value to? And yeah, kind of stumbled on just using the distance between the hands to extend the targeting cursor out. And then it went from this kind of weird stand-in control to like, whoa, this is kind of crazy. I can just pinpoint all these points in space that like, I don't know, like, yeah. It was just kind of crazy to unlock all that from just remapping it to this value.
Yeah. So, and originally it was just the distance between your hands, and then you just point. So you point this hand in whatever direction you want, just like a normal raycast cursor does. But then you'd use the distance between your hands to control the depth of that thing coming out of your hand, how far it was coming out of your hand, right? And later on, we switched it to we switched it to like this backhanded mode, where basically the line that comes out of your hand, it just continues. Basically, it's like stays. So like if I'm controlling here, right, the point is like over here, right. And then at one point, I don't remember why, but we wanted to rotate something. Right now we can control a point in space really well.
Just a point though.
And at some point we were like, okay, we want to rotate that point out in space. And so we realized, okay, well you can just use the offhand or the backhand to rotate. And what's cool about it is you can rotate 1-to-1 just like this, but then since you're gripping with your backhand, you can let go, and it has a sort of trackball effect where you can kind of get it spin. You can spin in a direction, rotate your hand in a direction, and let go, and it will keep spinning this object. So and it just spins it. And so that could be really fun for like if you've got like a lightsaber or whatever, right? So you've got this lightsaber in your hand, you spin it really fast, and now you've got this freaking spinning lightsaber out in front of you. Yeah. You can orient it further from there, even while it's spinning, and send it out like and go. You got the crazy spinning lightsaber that you're truly controlling.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of.
It's not a boomerang.
There's been a lot of mods and a lot of things I've seen where you're sort of controlling something. Like Blade and Sorcery is a really, really good example, especially like a lot of people will do like the fireball type thing where you shoot the fireball out of your hand, and then you just move. The fireball moves at its own constant rate, and then you just move your hand to move it left and right, and up and down in space. But you're not controlling, obviously, its speed or it coming back to you or
No.
anything like that. This is truly being able to control this thing entirely. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's fun. Stretch cursor's cool.
But that leads right into Vader Life Alex, basically.
Yeah, Vader Life Alex. Vader Life Alex. Which is this is like an idea we had a long time ago. Like basically 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago now, where we wanted to like we realized so Vader Immortal was a game that came out, and then obviously Half-Life Alex, and we weren't happy with the interactions in either of those games.
No.
Vader Immortal, everything, it feels very disconnected. All the Force stuff is just like it's just like a
Suggestion.
Yeah, you go like this, and then like you're kind of like already picking this thing in front of you, and then you just go like that, and it lifts up. You know what I mean? There's not a actual analog control to the Force. It's what would you even call that? Well, I mean, it's like a it's
like almost like canned.
Yeah, it's definitely. And you do the Force push, and then the Force push happens. It's not like the Force push is happening while you're doing it.
Yeah.
So everything feels delayed, and it doesn't feel like you're really doing it.
No.
And obviously we've already gone over Half-Life Alex and the issues we have with Gravity Glove. And so yeah, our funny idea was...
We realized this like addresses both of them.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And so we were like, Vader Life Alex Immortal. This was like just a funny idea we had for a long time, and we tested a bunch of things where you have a gun and you have a lightsaber and you're controlling this thing and stuff. Sadly, we've just had, I mean, at some point in this video you're probably wondering, well, why don't you guys have this out yet? Why haven't you made this cool thing? And since, life has happened to us super hard. We've gotten we've gotten thrown many curveballs, and yeah, it's just been pretty wacky and wild. And so it's been hard to do what we want to do for all kinds of reasons. But we've been testing things, we've been researching, and we've stayed determined. And regardless of what happens with Half-Life 3 or the Steam Frame or whatever, whether or not they do all the things that we've already figured out or not, we'll still be making cool shit. And we've got a bunch of other things to be doing too, and I highly doubt they'll do everything that we have thought of. So obviously we have all kinds of other game ideas for these interactions that we've made. Okay. My Steam controller thing should be very last, I think, because it's just a total fucking rant. My Steam controller rant should be basically last.
It could be its own thing.
No, I mean maybe, yeah. I guess it could be its own little thing, but I kind of like it being attached to the thing because it's relevant to the Steam Frame and the Steam Deck and stuff, or the
You're
Steam
right.
Frame.
Yeah.
So it's relevant because, and also it's we're talking about the Half-Life 3's interactions. We're talking about Valve expanding their interactions, making better interactions.
Yeah.
It's a part of that.
We're like holistically
Yeah.
pre-responding to the stuff that it's gonna be dropping.
Literally, we're this video is basically made as a pre-response to, we've been looking into this stuff for so long, and it would be nice to, I don't know, it'll be nice to at least have something to look back and be like, yeah, we looked at it, we kind of figured that out. I mean, maybe we didn't make the game we wanted to make or whatever, but we put a lot of work into researching things. We've talked to a lot of people. We've done talks. We've talked to other developers. We've shown other developers this shit. Like, we've shown so many people this stuff just to be like, hey, look, this is how things should work. And so I do think that these designs have gotten around. I think it's very possible that there are people we've talked to who work at Valve, you know, and so it's very possible that these interactions have made it into their ecosystem. And you know, a lot of these all these interactions we've done, they're all MIT licensed and shit. So it is what it is.
Yep. Yeah.
It is what it is.